Now that Tank Davis is a free man, everybody want to know who's next up. Who is Gervonta Davis going to fight next? Is he finally going to fight Devin Haney? Is Devin Haney even going to want to fight? Is he going to send a contract to Devin Haney? But Coach Calvin Ford has spoken, and he believes that Isaac Pitbull Cruz is a much bigger fight. And it seems like that he's pushing for the Isaac Cruz fight. Well, we're going to talk about it in this video. But before we do that, make sure that y'all hit my like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a sub to the channel, and let's cook. What's happening with it, man? It's crazy, man. This boxing thing is heating up, but it's getting more crazier by the day. We got Tank Davis is free. The same day that Tank Davis is getting out, Devin Haney was going in. You know what I'm talking about? But that's a whole different story in itself. But everybody want to know what's next for Gervonta Davis. Who he gonna fight? Is we finally gonna see Tank and Devin? You know what I'm talking about? Devin Haney is a free agent. Tank Davis, he out. He ready to get it bumping. You know what I'm saying? He ready to get back in the ring. But all the fans, from what I'm hearing, all the fans want to see Devin and Tank get it on. I don't care what color you is. Black, brown, purple, yellow, white. It don't matter. People been wanting to see Tank and Devin getting it on. But Calvin Ford, he don't feel that way. Now, we know on several different occasions, I've seen several different interviews where Calvin Ford, he was making excuses why Devin Haney and Tank Davis shouldn't fight. And we all know that Tank don't feel that way. We all know that Coach Kenny don't feel that way. We all know that Tank and Coach Kenny, they want all the smoke. So let's just get that out of the way right now and get that straight right now. But Calvin Ford, it seems like that he always have another agenda. You know what I'm saying? Calvin Ford is strictly about the bag. When it comes to fighting the best competition or fighting the competition that the fans are calling for, Calvin don't seem like he about that. Calvin is always talking about what make the most money. And he's always saying that Isaac Cruz is the next fight. Isaac Cruz is the biggest fight. He wants Tank and Isaac Cruz again. And he's always making excuses for Tank and Isaac Cruz to fight each other, but the opposite for Devin and Tank to fight each other. And that's what I wasn't feeling the whole time. Now that we've been hearing Tank sending messages to his team, we've been hearing from Coach Kenny that, you know, Tank wants Devin Haney. Tank is on Devin Haney's helmet. That's what we all expect. Now, on Devin Haney's end, we ain't heard nothing from Devin and Bill in regards to Gervonta Davis. And I gave Devin a pass. I said, look, maybe Devin is just waiting for Tank to get out. You know what I'm saying? He knows that Tank is locked up right now. He knows that they really can't do much while Tank is locked up. So maybe he's waiting. But I'm still waiting for Devin and Bill to call Tank Davis' name out. Even though I know what it is. I know what's real. Devin Haney don't have no intentions of fighting at 135. And after he went through with that Vasil Lomachenko fight, he didn't have no intentions of ever fighting at 135 again. But they ain't gonna come out and just say that. So, you know, we know how to play them. The fight that everybody wanna see is Tank Davis and Devin Haney. You know what I'm talking about? When I hear the fans talk, the majority of the fans, they don't want to see the Pitbull Cruz fight again. You know what I'm saying? Tank beat him with one hand. You know what I'm talking about? One hand. So what you think Tank gonna do to that man if he got both of his hands? So, I mean, it's obvious. That is not, to me, that's not a great fight to put on. We've seen it before. We want to see the new blood. We want to see the two undefeated, young, hungry fighters get in there with each other. But like I said, now Calvin is saying that he feels that the Isaac Pitbull Cruz fight is a much bigger fight. He's on some of this, you know, when two black fighters fight each other, they pulling from the same pool and all of that. And I don't necessarily agree with what Calvin Ford is saying. Even though I rock with Calvin, I just don't agree with him when it comes to this situation. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play y'all the audio, let y'all hear what Calvin had to say, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to cook on it, and I'm going to give y'all my take about exactly what he had to say.
If you had to make a matchup at 135 pounds, who would that matchup be?
It's with me as a matchmaker, and what you call it is a matching just to make the match for show or making the match to make the money. You get what I'm saying? That's how I look at things. I look at it both ways. So if I was making a match to make the money, I would go Tank and Pitbull. You get what I'm saying? Because I know that's going to do what it do. How would I sit there and say Haney and Tank is a good fight? Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But will it pull? Because I'm pulling from the same pool. I just taught y'all something.
So there y'all go. Y'all heard what Calvin had to say. He's saying, yeah, Devin Haney is a good fight, but when it come to money, that he feel that Isaac Cruz is the bigger fight because Devin and Tank, they pulling from the same pool. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree with that, right? Because now you telling me that Mexicans, they only support Mexican fighters, that if Tank and Devin fight, that they're not gonna support the fight because neither one of them is Mexican. And I ain't feeling that, you know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact that Tank got a huge Mexican fan base that's gonna pay to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a new day and age. A lot of these young cats in their early 20s, you know what I'm saying, mid 20s, they buying the pay-per-view, they going to the fight. So it ain't necessarily that Devin and Tank is pulling from the same pool because Devin and Tank, they got two totally different fan bases. If you in tune with the YouTube community, Devin Haney fans don't like Tank and Tank Davis fans don't like Devin Haney. It is what it is. They pulling from two totally different fan bases, so they not pulling from the same pool in this case. And then just to basically say, because they two black fighters, the Mexicans ain't gonna buy the pay-per-view and support it, I'm not feeling that. You know what I'm talking about? In some cases, that may be true. But in this case, I'm not feeling that and I don't agree with it. And what I'm really tired of is pushing the narrative that two black fighters shouldn't fight each other because they don't sell. I don't like that. And that's the narrative that y'all pushing when y'all continue to say that. Oh, well, they two black fighters, so it ain't gonna be a big fight because, they pulling from the same fan base and this and that. That's not always the case. Yeah, in some instances, that is the case. But it's not always the case. And the thing is, when it's two Mexican fighters fighting each other, you don't hear nobody, right? No Mexican fan, no Mexican media saying that shit. That, oh, well, they shouldn't fight each other because they pulling from the same fan base. No, I'm not trying to hear that, dog. And ain't nobody trying to see no Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Tank Davis fight again. The fans don't want that fight. Mexican, black, brown, Puerto Rico, whatever they may be. The fans is not calling for that fight overall. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got some fans that's just fans of a fighter that just maybe like Isaac Cruz and, oh man, Tank didn't knock him out. We felt that Tank lost the Isaac Cruz fight. Yeah, you got a very few amount of fans saying that ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? Fans that really know boxing know that Isaac Cruz didn't win that fight and, all the silly shit that you hear. That's a small amount of fans that's calling for Isaac Cruz and Tank Davis to get it on again. Other than that, they want to see the Devin Haneys, the Shakur Stevensons, and those type of fighters get in the ring with Tank. We've seen Isaac Pitbull Cruz again. What else do we need to see? Who cares if you can build a fight saying, oh, well, this is one of the only opponents that Tank didn't get to KO against, and now Tank promises to get to KO. That's all y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? That's all y'all trying to do. I don't care about that, bro. He got the W, and got the W pretty easy if you ask me. And it looks like that PBC is trying to build for that fight again also, putting Isaac Cruz as the co-main event to Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence against, a dude that's virtually unknown. Why are y'all doing that? You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of other fighters that got bigger names than Isaac Cruz that you could have made the undercard, the co-main event to what should be the biggest fight in boxing, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Why do y'all keep trying to build this and push this Isaac Cruz shit down our throat? I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel about this situation. I don't like it. You know, y'all can disagree with me. Y'all may agree with me. I just want to know how y'all feel. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel. And Tank want it with Devin. Make it happen. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, y'all make sure that y'all hit my like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone. Take a bath or you put your ass on them seats.